Hey there, YouTube. It's JrbJobber here. We're going to be doing a deck profile on Dylan's Chaos Piper deck. Actually, I believe I sat down and did most of the creating on it. We'll say Dylan built it. That's what Dylan did.
Jesse built it.
I sat on Dueling Network, and I really wanted to build the Chaos Piper, so I sat on there, built it, and then Dylan liked it so much that he had to build it in real life. So this is what he's rocking now. So,
alright, so a lot of people have been saying in the deck profiles that we don't say the names of the cards, so I'm going to be trying really hard to say the names of the cards. And a lot of cards, people don't know what this deck does, so I'm going to be saying a lot of the effects too. And this is Piper. He's a good card. You normal summon him, and then he can tribute himself. He's like a card D. You reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a level 1 monster, then you get to draw another. Add that card, or you get to add that card to your hand. So it's basically like a pot of greed. You just +1 if you reveal the top card as a level 1. It's really good. It keeps the deck moving. Most of the deck's level 1. And then you have your Kikabayus. Kikabayu is you summon, you have Piper in your graveyard, you bring the Piper back onto the field, and you use Piper's effect, tribute it.
Kikabayu special summons one level 1 monster from your graveyard.
So that's basically what its purpose is in this deck, though, is to grab Piper. It's an infinite loop because most of the time you're special summoning anyway, so it really, you don't need your normal. So normal, special, then, I mean, if they do something to make it so you can't tribute the Piper or whatever, then you can always, overlay or, synchro off, or sorry, not synchro, but overlay for something like, I have a couple level 1 monsters. So then you get to do the reveal, and then even that reveal is really good because it's 1 for 1. Kikabayu just helps the deck circulate, and then he's a spirit, so he returns back to your hand, so you can do crazy creature swap plays with him. You summon him, creature, do the whole thing, creature swap, comes back to your hand. You get their monster, and you get your Kikabayu back for next turn. Good stuff. Then we got Chaos Sorcerer and Blackluster Soldier. People know what these cards do. They're the boss monsters of the deck. This is what you're trying to bring out. The whole deck's light and dark, so
yeah,
it's really easy
as you saw, dark.
Yeah, it's really easy to get
light, really easy in this deck.
These guys to get on the field, and they're your game pushers. And then you just got some stability factor. You got some the 2 tour guide. Jesse likes to play 3 tour guides and a target. I just like the 2. I just think 2 is really good. Just to get that that Levy airplay, you remove a Piper.
Or a solid first turn Zenmane's play.
Yeah, solid first turn Zenmane's play is always really nice too. A solid Acid Golem puts in an outstanding amount of work for this deck too because of the creature swaps.
Yeah.
Just keep slamming them with an
Acid Golem. Detach and give it over to them.
Give them an Acid Golem that can't attack, they can't special summon, and they burn for 2,000 a turn. They have to have an answer to get rid of it or they lose. Then we got Cyber Dragon. Cyber Dragon is just really good. It's just free special summon. You can go Piper, tribute Piper, reveal. Okay, I reveal level, draw. Special summon, if they have a monster. Special summon Cyber Dragon.
Cyber Dragon, special summon Chaos Sorcerer, just put a bunch of presents on the board.
Get some power, and then with the Yugioh decks running around, it's really good to put the fear into them that they don't think that you're going to be playing this and you use Contact Freeze their whole field off. And these are just the one-ofs. One, Thunder King. Thunder King is just too good in his own right. You just slap the Thunder King on the board and you're good.
You can pretty much win a game just because
you back him up with all the hand traps. You play every hand trap in the world in this deck, so you can just back him up with a Maxi or make them punish
the special jobber tech.
Dimensional Alchemist puts in a ridiculous amount of work.
You remove the top card of your deck from play. This card gains 500 attack. When this monster is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add 1 Roof and Play monster from your Roof and Play pile back to your hand. So with all the Chaos Sorcerers and everything, you can just start cycling your stuff. So you BLS, remove your Chaos Sorcerer, put him on the board. Yeah. Then they say they Dark Hole you get your Chaos Sorcerer back, or vice versa.
It's really good to re-up on the boss monsters that have been killed. They bottomless a Chaos Sorcerer, then you wait with this guy in your hand and you just
well, he's like Sangan. There's nothing that they can do about it except deprison.
And then the hand traps just stop OTKs.
The boss monster hand traps.
Yeah, the OTKs. This is just to stop OTKs. There's a lot of decks out there that...
These are the 2 differences that I do. I was trying these, and I go off and on with these.
I like them. They just stop OTKs. Another 1 that you can reveal to draw another card with Piper. True. And then, Trag. Your hand you always have 6 in your hand, so you're always dropping 3,000, 3,600 Trag. Sometimes you even get a 4,200 Trag, and they just straight up lose. And then Gores, of course. I mean, Gores is Gores. I don't play any back row, so. 2 DD Crow. DD Crow is really good against Bujins. Bujins this format just wrecks them, really. Light Sworns, there's a whole bunch of decks that are relying on the graveyard. And then we got a 3 effect failure. Seems to be a common trend in every deck, but this deck actually like you need to play 3 effect failure
Yeah,
because you get
light,
dark, and you get the
Easy.
draw off of it. Yeah, I like just pitching this sometimes just to pitch it, you know.
You put that dark in the
just
grave.
to put that dark in the grave, yeah, and then same thing with effect failure. You just negate their effect, and they're like, why did he effect failure my random monster? It's like because I need a light in the grave because there can be a list.
And then the maxi.
And then the maxi punish
Epi play.
people going off, and then I play like Yugioh Karakuri decks, and you maxi them, and they'll be like, "Oh, this guy's a noob, ha ha. He doesn't have anything to stop me OTKing." And then you drop like a 6,000 trag on, you know, this massive Trigodi on them that they have no answer to, and then they just lose because of it.
I like that.
Yeah, and then that's it for the monsters. Spells, play 1 Allure.
I decided to put that guy in there because they got rid of
really
Pot of
good.
Avarice. So there's all these things. There's like
Yeah, you need to be
you
able to
got
put stuff back,
insect,
and you can do this.
spellcaster.
You can do this card like first, second turn. You can get off because you really don't attack.
Wing Beast, Fiend. There's
Yeah.
so many different ones. Spellcaster.
Well,
Thunder.
also, the best part is when I was playing with it, you sometimes like don't really have an attacking play because you just need to Piper and you want them to run their monster into your field so you can like Gores or Trigodia them. Just for like massive, you know, get a huge monster on the board that they can't really deal with. So it's really good. It's like, okay, well, I'll just Piper and then just, you know, do this and then I'll wait the turn out and then just, you know.
So yeah, what the card
draw
reads
two,
is
yeah.
at the start of your main phase 1, target 3 monsters, different types in your graveyard, shuffle all 3 into your deck, then draw 2 cards. You cannot conduct your battle phase this turn, which is fine because normally you're just trying to do the Kinkabayo Piper play.
You just wait on it.
Right.
Yeah, it's like no big deal.
And
that's a Pot of Duramity or whatever. I don't know exactly how to pronounce that. And we got 2 Pot of Duais just for consistency. There's a lot of turns that you just summon Piper, Tribute Piper, you know.
Yeah.
Pass turn, you get one of these, you get to look 2. It's really good. And then you got the 3 Patrick Hobans. Just speeds the deck along, makes the deck 37 cards. I really don't have to like explain too much what it does. It really doesn't matter giving them 1,000 life points when you're smashing into them with a massive Trigodi and massive Gores. You got 2 MSTs. Just because the deck loses to back row, you just have to have something. These are really good for like 10 keys and stuff. There's a lot of like, you know, cards that you can stop with MST right now. And then Mind Control and 2 creature swaps. These cards put in like an amazing amount of work. I was like mind controlling everybody's stuff, and then you synchro off with a Veiler, you know, mind control their Megalos.
Because Kinkabayo can bring back Veiler, so it's sweet. You can summon Kinkabayo, bring back Veiler, mind control their monster, synchro it off. And then,
you just get rid of it. Yeah, it's just really
pretty
good.
cool.
And then most of the synchros today, it's like, or most of the exceeds you can take, you can use their effect too. Like you could use like, you know, take a Diamond Direwolf or something and, you know, blow it up, or take a Draco Sack and blow it up, or some crazy play like that. That, you know, I'm not saying that in an example, but, you know, you can do like, there's a bunch of stuff that monsters.
This is the stuff that people frowned upon me on, but I was doing it, and this thing works amazing in this deck. Malevolent Catastrophe. So when they try to attack you, say you're playing against Fire Fist, you Malevolent Catastrophe and wipe their board, then you special summon a Trigaudy or a Gores off of it, and they don't expect it.
This is the best one. You set, they attack, you have a Gores in your hand, Malevolent Catastrophe, their 5-card back row, and you summon Gores.
Yeah.
Because that's on attack declaration, so.
Yeah, it's great.
It's literally the best play in the deck, and so many people fall for it because they never think that you're going to have a Malevolent Catastrophe back there and they're going to lose their 5-card back row.
Yep.
And we'll go to the side deck first. Side deck's just geared to stop mostly Bujins and Fire Fist. The deck doesn't really have a bad matchup against them, but it's the more prominent deck, so of course you got to side for it. 2 Mirror Force and 1 Torrential, just to put some, you know, rigid backbone in the deck.
Also, they won't be setting a bunch of back row the next game. So
they're going to side out like most of their. So
they won't be sending a bunch of back row. So instead of be ramming a bunch of monsters to you, so then you just mirror force them. So you basically be siding those out for these.
Yeah, it's awesome too because you can like flash side them because they'll actually probably they'll keep their MSTs like 100%. They're going to keep those in because they're going to get like screwed over by Malevolent Catastrophe, but Just cards to like trip them up because they're gonna think, oh yeah, I don't want to attack them because somebody on my back row, and then when you torrential their field, they try to put a monster on and get rid of it. And then 2 Mind Control just because it seems like every deck.
Crush.
Oh my, yeah, sorry, Mind Crush. Because it seems like every deck this format has something to add to their hand, so it's really good. That one's really dark compared to this one. That guy's like tan. Yeah. That guy's like white. Look at that. Oh, it's first. That's why.
One of them was the first edition was like, getting some sun.
He's like bronzy. The other guy's like pale. It's like ugh. All right, so then we got through Roll Decree just in case the Malevolent Catastrophe is not doing it. You can put the Roll Decree in. It gets really like heavy trap boards. And then you got your Bujin Yugioh Destroyer. Firefist Destroyer. I mean, destroys like
Spellbooks.
every deck. Yeah, Spellbook Destroyer. And you got your like Firefist Bujin Destroyer.
This deck doesn't really like Firefist too much, just because of the bear popping your stuff.
Yeah, you don't want the bear popping your
So
like big boss monsters, and they seem like you only have like one monster on the field every turn, so them popping it with their bear is really bad because then you have to like waste a battle fader or something that you don't really want to because they're gonna get a +1 off destroying your monster off the. And then I just play an MST just because you know, just more back row hate. It's really, this is the only thing this deck loses to is back row. It loses to like skill drain and stuff, but you have so much stuff to get rid of it.
yeah,
Doesn't really matter.
triple mill of a catastrophe.
Yeah, that's a good one. Cyber Dragon, Contact Fuse. The Slacker Magician, just for the level 1s. And then 17, just the standard like 3s that you would be able to go into really easily with the Tour Guide plays. And then, you know, like this is a really key play, and then this is really key play. And I just like this because it gives you that option that if you don't have anything removed, or, you know, these cards you have to have like something set up that you have to remove. You can't just instantly remove off them unless, you know, the person bottomless is your Zen mains for some stupid reason.
This one there sets up the grave.
You can instantly set up the grave with a Tour Guide and get that light and dark in there, make your BLSs and Chaos Sorcerers live. And then we just got synchros. We got the formula. You do like Kinkabayu, Veiler, bring back, you know. And we got just, you send some mind control into creature swap. You can go into almost every level in this deck, so you would have to have one of every level. So we got the level 4. We got the level 5. I would kind of wish it was an Armedius, but I didn't have one, so I just threw in a Catastor. Catastor's really good. It's just not as good against Bujins as Armedius is. Then we got the level 6 Orient Dragon, one of the better level 6s. Hurts Karkar Yugioh. I put it on the field sometimes against him. With the 7s, we actually have 2 7s because this guy's boss, and then this is an excellent play.
Veiler and Chaos Sorcerer makes him.
Yeah, and then just, you know, same thing unless you want to nuke the field like they have too much backer or something. And then we got 2 8s. I know my Stardust Dragon is Ghost Rare, and I know that it's creased up, so you don't have to tell me about it. But I got it for $10, so I really don't care. Look at that. Well, look at who would abuse this. I mean, look at that beautiful card, and look at how abused it's like creased in half like 5 ways. I had to save it.
Saved its life.
And then the Scrap Dragon, just standard 8s. And then you got the Trag and the Veiler play for the Star Eater.
Goes on Star Eater, yeah.
So
that's it, YouTube. Don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, and comment below, and check me out on Facebook. I am signing off.